Happy Sunday! It is so nice out today. I'm gonna go to my local bakery to get a loaf of sourdough bread for the week. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to start off this week's video with some fashion content. I know that spring is just around the corner. New York weather this week and last week has been wonderful. It feels like spring already, but I know it is kind of like a fake spring period, and then we'll get back to the low 20-30 degrees for a little while until spring comes here. I'm very excited for spring. It is also a great time. I don't know about you, but I love shopping the sales. So this time of the year is the perfect time to shop the sales because a lot of retailers and brands start purging out their winter inventory, even previous season inventory, and it's my favorite time to shop the sales. And if you watched last week's video, I went to Soho. I stopped by a few stores, just specifically went on the lookout for jackets and coats, and that's me pretty much all year round. I'm always on the lookout for the next best thing in terms of my wardrobe. And if you also watch my previous vlogs, I said I was on the lookout for a black structured double-breasted long coat. I didn't have any luck this past winter. Last week at Mango, I really liked one of the coats that I tried on. It's black. I tried on a size medium. I waited in line, was about to check out. I decided to look online, and then I saw there was a large available online. Place an order online instead for a size larger. Then right when I was about to hit checkout, I found out that one of the coats that I had on restocking email notification, it was available, so I ended up adding that coat to cart, and the two coats just arrived. So I want to do a unboxing and try on with you on camera. I also bought something from the Essence sale, and I'm gonna just show you after I try on the two coats from Mango first. I'm actually going to hang the coat up onto the rack because they come with hangers. Whoa, I can tell that these coats are pretty long. It was really sunny this morning, but for some reason it's not sunny anymore. I just went to Chinatown to grab some last minute groceries. I'm gonna make chicken curry with Vietnamese baguette today. So I did stop by the banh mi shop in Chinatown to get some plain bread. If you just tell them that you want empty bread, they would understand. And then they charge $1 per baguette, per banh mi. It's just a plain loaf. Before dinner, I would just quickly heat it up in the oven for like a few minutes. Help making the bread crispy. But anyways, I'm very excited. I'm going to show you how I make it. Here are the coats. They look promising. Okay, so this is the coat that I try on in store at the Mango store. The lighting is so dark right now. I might have to refilm this, but we'll see. Please excuse any mess over there. But yeah, this is the coat that I tried on in store at the Mango store. This is a large Italian wool made in Morocco, Manteco fabrics made in Italy since 1943. It's got pretty big lapel. There's like a belt detailing with a silver buckle. Like a wrap style coat. So there's a waist belt here. Then in the back there's a slit. But do make sure to sniff the thread that holds the vent in the back off. Okay, 72% wool, 27% polyamide, and 1% acrylic. I know that I have to stop buying polyester blend fabric, but this price is so hard to beat. But if the fit is right, I would love to add this into my collection. I can already tell that it's good. I think it's actually perfect. I love the length. Yes, it has the wrap style coat, and I have a COS coat that is in navy. That's also very similar to the style, but this is a little bit more structured, chunkier because of the fabric. The lapel are quite big, but they don't really interfere with the look, and it's kind of have this cinch in look at the waist. I think the large is really perfect. The sleeves are not too long. It just immediately feels great on my body. And there are no buttons. It comes with a strap, and you can easily just tie it at the waist. I mean, it's a really long and practical length. I love it. And it's on sale. Let's try on the second coat. So this one is exactly what I have been looking for. The fabric feels a little nicer. And this one, it's a Selection Mango Italian wool, USA large, made in Morocco. The fabric of this coat feels even nicer. It's like softer, like velvety, microfiber-esque material, double-breasted, so they come with 3 sets of buttons on each side. I have really high hope for this coat. 50% wool only, 40% viscose, and 10% polyester. Let's try this on. I'm nervous. Like, what if I have to keep both coats? I love the length. It is definitely a large on me. It feels really good on my body. So double-breasted style. Again, the way the camera is set up right now is not doing any of these justice. This is slightly longer than the other one. But yeah, there's no kind of cinching action that's going on in the back. So it just looked like, yeah, this is exactly the look that I have been after actually. But again, I think medium would work. So I'm definitely going to put on another restocking email notification for this exact coat, and hopefully medium would work. But again, I don't have anything like this in my collection. Yeah, so as you can see, this is too oversized. I really want to keep it, but I think I could do a size smaller. So a medium would be perfect. So I am going to put in another restocking email notification for this exact coat, size medium, and hopefully someone will return the coat. This is like exactly the coat style that I have been after. The fabric is sturdy enough. It's really soft, even though it's not 100% wool, but it gives off that classic men style. I'm so sad. So again, I am 5'5", so not all oversized things look good to me, and I just look like I'm being swallowed by it. And in fact, yeah, also it's the shoulder here. It goes out too far. It's a size larger, so this one will have to go back. So this is the second coat from Mango. Okay, next. It is this really gorgeous coat from this brand called Essie Studios. I bought this coat along with this belt that I have on right now. I'll talk about the belt in a minute, but I got this one for like 80% off on Essence the day before the Essence sale ended. It's called the Classical Coat in Gray Mar. US 6 or Australian. This is an Australian brand. So Australian brand size 10, US size 6, and it is again very oversized and super, super long. I measure from the tip of the shoulder by the neckline here, go all the way down. The length is 54 inches. It is the longest coat that I have ever put on my body. It is exactly the size that I have been after, but I think it's a little bit too big. This gray mar color in person, I mean, ideally, I would like the shade to be a shade or two darker on the gray scale. This is like a little bit too oversized, a little bit too long, and the gray color is a little bit too light to make it practical for my lifestyle and for my style. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous coat. But you can see it's floor length. I am trying to contact Essence team actually, because the bottom of the coat, as you can see, it was shipped like rolled in a big box. So the bottom got wrinkly, like it doesn't really hang flat, as you can see. I'm trying to argue with them so then they can accept my return, because this item was on final sale. And if you ever purchase anything on the Essence website and things that are being marked down really, really low, they don't accept return or exchange. On the website, the SC Studios website, the classical coat styles are over $1,000, and I got this for like 80% off. So I think it's a really good deal. The fit is amazing. It's again the similar concept as the other black coat that I tried on from Mango. It's got this straight fit in the back. Like, I'm telling you, I have this coat on my wish list on Essence for months again. It's a size or 2 sizes too large. You can see the shoulder go out too much. It's a little bit too big, and the color is a bit too light for how much I know I will wear it. Classic lapels, pocket here, and double-breasted with 2 buttons on each side. 2 slits here, like a V-cut. Really gorgeous material. I feel really good in it. It is floor length. It is not a practical coat for me at all, because I have to take public transportation and on the train. There's no way I'm gonna survive with this coat like even for 30 minutes. It comes with this really cool belt. I really love the way it was styled on the model. I just want things to be kind of casual, so I would most likely do like a simple knot. Okay, so here is my new belt from Lemaire. I've had this belt added to my wish list for over a year now, and it went on sale, and I thought it was still a little bit too expensive, but I just pulled a trigger knowing that the Essence sale was about to end, and I went with size 80 centimeter. It's the Western style belt, and it's very similar to the bendy belt from Kate that I have. Kate bendy belt also has the metal protector at the end of the belt here, and this is a really cool belt. So this is the buckle. There's a leather bit here in the back. Western style silver buckle. It's got this kind of hammer worn silver look. It's the brand Lemaire. 100% cowhide leather made in Italy, size 80. It's like a really cool, really gorgeous belt. Right, I'm just wearing it with my high-waisted pleated navy trouser that I got from COS. I've been wanting to buy the exact same pair but black, but slightly longer. I'm gonna stop by COS one of these days to try on a few pairs of trousers. With high-waisted pants like this belt is perfect, but I also want to be able to wear this belt with a little bit more low-waisted trousers or jeans, and this gets kind of too tight. So there's a loop here, and you're supposed to slide this back piece over. If you buy belt, make sure to take note. So there are usually 5 sets of holes, and your ideal perfect length would be that you would be able to use the middle hole. And this one, size 80, is actually perfect for high-waisted pants. But again, if they let me do an exchange, I would love to get it in size 85, and that way I can be able to wear lower waisted bottoms. This belt, yeah, it's so gorgeous, and I have been after this burgundy color for quite a while, and I have been wearing a lot of silver jewelry, so I am so pleased, so happy. Hey guys, let's do a quick grocery haul. I went to Chinatown this morning and I woke up pretty early and wanted to make this dish. It's gari ga or chicken curry that you can basically eat with baguette, with bread, or you can do it with vermicelli. And I also picked up some ingredients for that dish as well. I stopped by Bánh Mì Saigon. It is the only place that I would return to for bánh mì. The baguette, this is what it looks like. It's like very soft, fluffy, and really light. I think you can get away with getting grocery store French baguette as well, because grocery store French baguette tend to be underbaked, tend to be like lighter and thinner in terms of the crust. So what I usually do is I use a bread knife or cut the bread diagonally. I just put them on a baking pan in the oven and just bake it for like a few minutes until it gets a little bit crispy, but don't bake it too long. I would store them in a bag, kind of close, so then they don't dry out. But I know people also freeze bread, so feel free to do that if you can be able to finish your bread in time. I would just store them in a closed plastic bag like this, and they will be good for around 2 to 3 days. Stop by 2 grocery stores in Chinatown, Manhattan. I got this bottle of canola oil to fry stuff in. I used to have the Costco membership card, and then we would just get those that come in the twin size huge bottles. We don't have Costco membership card anymore. It's just because the only reason that we sign up for Costco as a household of 2 people is that we like the discount that we get from the gas. But in New York, we don't have Costco gas. The Costco in Long Island City, it's packed. The Costco in Brooklyn is a little bit far off our way. It's also packed and it's so stressful every time we go, and there's even a line to get in. It's insane. So I don't like that shopping experience anymore now that I live in New York and I have so many other options, and I'd rather just do little grocery trips here and there just because it's more fun for me as well. We also like the Costco water bottles. Back in the days, we used to do a lot of hiking and road tripping, and having like water bottles in the car comes in handy so many times. And we like water bottles, the Kirkland brand. And then we also like their toilet papers because it's just like pretty affordable. It's like $10 cheaper than Charmin. Now we just use Charmin. I got this container of coconut water. I'm gonna use this in my coconut curry. I didn't even know this brand does coconut water. It's a Tufoco brand. It's the brand that does my favorite vermicelli, my favorite rice papers. There's sugar cane in this as like a sweetener, but 98.5% is coconut water. I got some Thai basil, the purple stem one. It's great as garnish, and I also have some frozen pho broth in the freezer. So I forgot to buy pho noodle. Anyways, it's okay. And I got some sweet potatoes, lemongrass, just 3 stalks. I also have a lot of lemongrass in the freezer. I usually either use a food processor to finely mince it and then freeze it in my meat marinade. But I also store them in chunks, so then they come in handy for stew dishes like this. Basically I just got root vegetables for this particular dish. I went to Whole Foods last weekend and got a pack of these flour tortilla, my favorite. So I'm gonna use some salsa and cook up some bell peppers and onions, and then make a small batch of rice. Or maybe if I have rice left over, I'm gonna make cilantro rice, and then we'll do some tiny burritos. And I love making my salsa using white onion. I went to this Mexican restaurant, one of my favorite Mexican restaurants in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and they made my favorite mango salsa, and they used white onions, and it was so good. It's also because I have some avocados. Got these from Whole Foods, but otherwise I just use regular yellow onion for all my cookings. So got a pack of shallots. I'm gonna mince some shallots and onion and garlic. These are Japanese sweet potatoes, I believe. I'm not really sure what the kinds are. I think this is a different type of sweet potato from the other. I think these are from Fresh Supermarket, and this is from Hong Kong Supermarket. I think I'm gonna save 2 of these to kind of roast them in the oven and then just kind of snack them, or I could boil them as well. And then I also got taro. I'm gonna show you how I do this. I'm gonna peel and then cut them in large chunks, as well as these sweet potatoes, and then we'll just quickly fry them on the pan and then throw them in the pot. 2 lines. That's it. It's really simple. It's because we did a grocery trip last weekend already. So in terms of seasoning, I use salt, but I always like to use a little bit of this Knorr chicken bouillon, chicken powder. To make it spicy, I love using chili flakes. This one is actually from a family business. It's really spicy and I really love it. This is the most important ingredient. I just have it in this container, but it is called Indian curry, but it's created or made by Vietnamese people. I will insert the label or the packaging. It smells slightly sweet, licorice. There's cumin, there's turmeric and other things in it. We call it Indian curry powder, but it is more Malaysian, Indonesian kind of curry style to me than an actual Indian curry. I think I will also use this 5-spice powder. It is a Chinese brand. Again, as you can see, it's also have like a mix of spices, but the color is more red than yellow orange compared to this. I'm going to use both. You can also mix your own spices. That should be fine as well. And I think there are food blogs out there that show you how the ratios and everything. This one is closer to pho spices than this one. So I'm going to use a little bit of the turmeric powder to add to the color of the dish. And then I'm gonna do some annatto seeds. If you watch my bún video, I show you how to extract the color from the seeds already. But basically heat up a pan with oil and then you have to remove the seeds because the seeds are not edible and they will actually taste pretty bitter. But that's it for the seasoning. Salt, and then at the end would season it with a little bit of fish sauce to kind of finish everything up. But if you want, you can do carrots, potatoes only. I don't like potatoes in my chicken curry dish. I do have carrots. I'm gonna go peel carrots, taro, sweet potatoes, 2 types of sweet potatoes. And then if I have extra of these, I always like to thinly slice it using the mandolin and then we'll fry it to make chips. Again, I'm going to do burrito, so I already have some masaca like tortilla flour here. I kind of just mix it with a little bit of salt and hot water this morning. I'm gonna have to roll them using my tortilla press and turn them into chips, and I'm going to make a batch of taro chip as well. I will use half of this in my curry, chicken curry, and then half I will just make chips out of it. And here's the chicken. I have these bones in, skin on chicken thigh. When I marinated this batch yesterday, these pieces were still frozen, so I let them out this morning, so then they are now all thawed. So in here there's minced lemongrass, Vietnamese Indian curry powder. I also use salt, a little sugar. I will write what I added on the screen as a marinade, but you don't really have to marinate it overnight. You can just marinate and leave it marinate for 30 minutes to an hour on the counter with any chicken pieces that you like to cook this with. It's because it's a braised dish, so I would always prefer to cook it with chicken that have bones and skin. Also, it tastes a lot better and helps making the broth like naturally sweet as well. But I'm going to be adding these pieces as well, just because I have them in the fridge. We'll save this to make chips. I have garlic minced in the freezer. I'm gonna take out all of the stalk ones and add into the pot. Again, cut off the tip and then cut them in similar sizes, just like this long, like a finger length long. Just kind of bruise it so that it helps release all of the flavor. I'm gonna mince some shallots. This in like wedges like this. When you saute garlic and shallots, everything will just kind of disappear and it helps adding to the sweetness of the broth. With the browning process of the meat and then some seasoning, it will help building the depth of flavor of a lot of these dishes. Make sure you buy the leaves that have the 8 shape. It's connected like this. This one is more fragrant. Just all the marinade in. Just add water in here because there's a lot of seasoning left. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but you should, or you can if you want. Just as long as the water basically cover most of the meat. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Add in lemongrass stalk, all of it. You can add in some of the onion now as well. Teaspoon of the 5-spice powder, some turmeric powder, just about a teaspoon amount of Indian curry powder mix, red chili pepper, 2 small pieces of rock sugar. I'm going to let this cook covered for 10-15 minutes, and we'll add in all of the root vegetable. Right here I have again taro, sweet potatoes, they're all slightly browned. I did pretty much all of the taros, all of the carrots, some sweet potato pieces in here, but I want to save some of these because these got cooked on the pan a little too long and now they are very soft. I don't want them to turn into mush. So I'm gonna let this cook uncover for about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and add in everything else, including coconut milk and the rest of the potatoes, onions, and lime leaf, and then we'll do the last seasoning, which is fish sauce and chicken bouillon powder, the Knorr brand, and then we'll do the last taste test and then cook for another 10-15 minutes, and then everything should be done and ready. I'm actually going to add in the whole can of coconut milk, and at this stage all of the lime leaves kind of crush, and then all of the onions. You can also feel free to remove some of these pieces on top if you see they are getting really soft. And chicken doesn't really take too long to cook. So far it's been about an hour. It's really good and flavorful. Season with a tablespoon of chicken powder, tablespoon of fish sauce, and then we'll just let this cook on low for about 10 minutes. Use the bread knife to slice our bread like diagonally. You can slice them however you'd like. They kind of slice them into 4 pieces like this. Just gonna throw this into this baking tray. It probably just take 5 minutes or so at 350. Everything is tender, but nothing breaks apart. Very excited for dinner. Everything is well seasoned, it's not too salty. That's like the only problem that I usually have when making my braised dishes and soup, is that I always tend to add too much salt. For the rest of this week's vlog, I want to do a quick roundup of 5 of my current favorite bags. These bags are mid-range brands. All are under $500, and some have been gifted to me in exchange for content, and some I bought myself. Okay, so this is the first bag that I want to talk about. It is my newest bag in my collection. This one was gifted to me by the brand in exchange for content. This is called the Hudson bag. When I first saw this bag, I knew immediately that it would be my first pick, and I'm so pleased with it. The unboxing experience, I'm so sad that I didn't get it on camera, but everything was really well packaged and it felt like an experience, and I can definitely appreciate the attention to detail in everything. I went for this black color because I really love the white contrasting stitching, and the shape reminds me so much of one of my favorite bag that I have on my wish list right now. It's the T-Lock bag from Totem, and the silhouette of this bag reminds me so much of that. I love the fact that the strap is adjustable. This is at its shortest length, and you can also lengthen it and wear it as a shoulder bag with the longer strap. and you can also wear it as like a clutch. So this is the only bag that's made from a faux leather material, but if you look at this bag in person up close, you cannot even tell me that it's made from faux leather. The only thing that concerns me is the fact that I used to own faux leather bag. For example, the Telfa vegan faux leather bag lasted me for about 2 years, and the material started cracking because obviously it's made from polyester. It's a plastic bag essentially. I only own this bag for about 2 weeks now, so I cannot speak for its longevity and how well it wears throughout the years, but I will make sure to give you an update in like a 3-month, 6-month time, or even after a year, so be sure to subscribe. In terms of the style and design, I think it's an excellent bag. Every detail is so carefully taken care of, as in there's nothing that I would complain about this bag. So the opening of the bag is a flap style and there's magnetic buttons. I really love this purple microfiber that mimics the look of suede material. It's purple, it's really nice, and I think it's a signature thing for the brand as well. It's spacious, and I love how lightweight it is. I can be able to reach inside the bag with one hand, and it's just like a really nice, great bag for, you know, the everyday. If you live in the city like me, I know some people, they don't have a habit of wearing bags. I never leave the house without a bag with me. I have to have my wallet, my key, and all my daily essential. I think personally, this bag would make a great first designer-esque bag purchase. Let's say if you're buying it for someone as a gift, I would totally buy this for my little sister. And if you're a mom and you're looking to buy your daughter her first designer bag, I would say Trieu is a great brand because they have a lot of these. Even though, yeah, some style can be trendy a little bit, but they have really great bag styles and options at really great price point. The second bag that I want to talk about is my brown suede bucket bag from Reformation. This bag is called the Silvana. It is a medium size. It also comes in a small mini size, which is so cute, but I love the size and the shape of this bag. I believe this is one of the oldest bags that I have out of the 5 that I show you in this video. It's got this asymmetrical cut at the bottom. It is a round shape, so it holds a bunch, and I sometimes can be able to fit in my 13-inch laptop on like days when I just don't want to reach for anything else. But this bag, I would just carry my laptop with the case, and it can be able to fit my laptop in here. I can be able to wear it like this, and my laptop would just stick out a little bit. I really love the suede material, and initially I was kind of skeptical, but it wears beautifully, and you can see it's developed this natural slouch. I've had this bag for almost 2 years, I would say. It is so soft now. It doesn't matter how many layers or what kind of jacket material that I have on. Like the strap doesn't slide off my shoulder, which is like really nice. And again, it is so spacious, and it comes with a zip compartment inside. Suede lining interior. It is such a beautiful bag, and since then a lot of brands have launched a lot of different variation of brown suede bags, and there are also magnetic buttons that help closing the opening of the bag, which I think is a nice addition. I didn't buy this bag full price. I believe they did. Reformation did a 25% discount at one point, and I was fast enough to hop on this. I'm so glad that I did, and definitely be on the lookout if Reformation drop any discount code. It's definitely worth it to buy it at a small discount if you can be able to. But yeah, I will link this bag in the description box. I love this bag. Next, I have this bag from St. Agni. St. Agni is an Australian-based brand, and the bag is called the Mini Woven Tote Bag. It's made from 100% leather, and the interior is lined with gold suede, I believe. There is a leather compartment inside. Again, it is this east-west tote bag style. It is lightweight and pretty flimsy. Okay, I've had this bag for about a year. Got this natural slouch. It's definitely more casual than most of the bags that I am showing you in this video. To be honest with you, at the beginning when I unboxed this bag, I felt a little underwhelmed because the bag felt very flimsy and lightweight, and I wish, as you can see, the leather strips that they use to make this woven pattern are raw. The finishes are not sealed, so they kind of give off this casual vibe. Perhaps it's the intention of the designer when they designed this bag. There are so many little details about the bag that I wish could be improved. But anyways, I decided to keep it because the returning process was so annoying, and shipping back to Australia, I don't believe that they cover the return shipping, so I decided to keep the bag. Yeah, I've had this bag for about a year. I have it hung on a hook and natural to leather to develop this bend and this slouch. Like, I don't really mind it. It's one of the bags that I use for more casual purposes anyway. It's one of my most used bags last year. I reached for it so often because of the fact that it's this East-West style tote bag. It's small, it's compact, it's lightweight. I can be able to throw in a book, throw in my picnic blanket and head to the park, and I did a lot of that last year, and I'm excited to wear it out a lot more coming spring and summer. But I am afraid of its longevity. Like in 2-3 years time, this bag is probably going to wear down. So that's my only concern. But overall, I love this bag. Woven bags like this scream spring summer to me, and I don't have anything. I wish I could afford one of the Bottega Veneta bags because I know their quality and their resale values will be a lot better than this bag. It's my fourth bag that I want to show you in this video. It is called the Bathurst Muse. It was gifted to me in exchange for content. It is from the brand Bradley London. So I did some research and I found a Reddit thread. People were asking about Bradley is the brand. So I learned that Bradley to the UK or to the British people is kind of like Kate Spade or Tory Burch back in the day in the US. So I'm pretty surprised because I have no previous knowledge in terms of the brand and their bag style. So yeah, that's definitely something I didn't know about the brand because they do have a lot of these really cool, practical, minimal, modern bag styles. I think maybe they are going through some rebranding. I went with this black color. It's got gold hardware. There's this bar design here. The strap is padded. It's adjustable. Kind of slide off my shoulder at some point. So I always have to kind of like hold it like this. But because of how thick the strap is, it makes holding on to the strap really easily and it's comfortable to wear. It's got this bucket bag style, quite boxy and sturdy. Comes with magnetic snap buttons at the opening. Okay. The back is lined with this microfiber material. There's a compartment with a gold metal dog logo, which is the Bradley brand logo. There's a middle compartment, it's flat, and there's a zipper. Currently I have my Celine wallet in the middle compartment because I just used this bag yesterday. There are snap buttons on the sides. Pretty spacious. I think it's a really beautiful bag. I've only had this bag for about a month and I cannot speak for its longevity and how well it wears. But so far, so good. Again, I would always prefer going for a full 100% leather bag over faux leather material because it tends to wear well. But in terms of shape and its practicality, it's got a thumbs up for me. It adds structures and shape to my outfit and I really love it. And last but not least, I have the Berkeley tote bag from Trieu. It is very similar to the Row medium park tote, but that bag is almost 2K. Last year, I was just sick at some point and I just decided to give this Berkeley bag from Trieu a try because it went on sale. I believe I didn't pay more than $120 for this bag. Original price, this bag was under $200 and I had doubts because the bag felt really flimsy. It felt kind of cheap. I had to go into the store to try it on. I decided just to go with it and give it a try and I reached for it so much. I love it because of the fact that it has one suede side and one leather side. It is just one of those bag style that is just so practical and I love that it can be able to fit my 13-inch laptop. So I use it on days when I want to bring my laptop to a coffee shop to work from a coffee shop. Yeah, it's discreet, it's easy to wear, it's simple, and I really have no complaint about it. I love this natural slouch that is developed over time, and inside, as you can see, it's not lined, but there is a Trieu logo that is printed inside here, and there are two tiny little straps or string that you can be able to like kind of close the opening of the back a little bit, and this is what the bottom looks like. It's padded with like leather material, and my first impression when I first saw this bag in store was that the fact that it's like kind of light and flimsy and it doesn't feel like high quality, but for the price that I paid, I think I'm really happy with it. It's like a great bag to have for now, and until I'm able to make an upgrade, I would absolutely upgrade from this bag to the Row Park tote. I reached for it a lot, and yeah, I will leave the link to of the bags in the description box below, as well as the blog post if you prefer to view these bags in like a blog written form with photos. I'm going to just declare it on here that this kind of outfit styling is going to be my 2025 spring and summer uniform. So styling, pairing an oversized casual, just like all 100% cotton shirt like this with a pair of slinky satiny, silky, again, drippy pants like this with a pair of maybe cute flat sandals or ballet flats with a casual shoulder bag like this is going to be, again, my uniform for the spring and the summer. In the spring, I know the weather is not going to get any warmer, but I also love the fact that I can be able to strip a thick sweater and knit on your shoulder. If it gets cold at night, you can also put it on, obviously. But I love that kind of casual, effortless look. And another brand besides Donny, I know Donny does great pants. I also love their sweaters and shirts. I love Lisette. I love Comsy. Comsy recently did a campaign styling their models in the shirts in all different colors with their new silky satiny pants, and I love that, and I will insert some photos. This kind of outfit styling gives me so much inspiration, and I really love to see that. I love their t-shirt, the Margot t-shirt, the white color and the navy color are on my wish list, and I cannot wait for their sample sale. Hopefully they will do one soon here in New York. I love Lisette's sweater. Lisette does really great pants as well. I also love Click pants. I have the Hunter pants, and they have been some of my most worn black pants ever since I got them. So yeah, I will talk more about spring summer fashion when we get closer to spring. I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's video. Let me know if you have any questions, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next week.